Right, so immediately we're some other place, some other time, some other body. I'm walking down a road. I'm you, but all I know yet, Melina, is that we're walking down a road. It's kind of like walking into a movie theater in the middle of the movie. I can tell you what's going on, but it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out what it means. We're walking down a road. There's water to the side, ocean or bay or something, blue, sparkly. It's the Aegean. The Aegean, so wherever that is, we're the Aegean Sea, or like not in the sea, but there it is, right down there, the Aegean, and it's sunny day, and I should be happy, but I am pissed. I am not happy. I am really stomping down the road, angry, 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 angry. But the farther away from home I get, the better I feel. So whatever just happened, probably just some kind of argument with somebody at home, it's kind of passing. It's like, okay, sunlight sparkling on the water, the air is fresh, it's kind of cool, not too hot, not too cold, kind of cool, and I'm happy that it's cool. So maybe it's toward the end of summer, I don't know, I'm making that part up, but I'm happy that it's cool because it gets hot here and it isn't hot right now. I'm cooling off. Okay, so maybe I'm also cooling off emotionally, and now I start to see that my Father means well. He means well. He means well. I just have to remember this. He means well. In the moment, it's infuriating, the things he says, but I have to remember that he means well. He's just trying to help me. He's an idiot. He's wrong about what I need. He's not an idiot. I take it back. I love him. I'm sorry. He's not an idiot. He's a good man. He's trying to help me. He's just wrong about what I need. That's all. He's wrong about what I need. I'm trying to tell him what I need. He's not listening at all. Ooh. There we go. So I sit down on a rock and I change my mind. I think what happened is this. I think we're a man. You know that we do that, right, Melina? We go back and forth with our genders. We're not always women. We're not always men. Through our reincarnation streams, sometimes we're one, sometimes the other. Does this freak you out? Are you okay with that idea?
I never thought about it like that. I like it.
Yeah. So in this life, it seems like we're in Greece at Thessaly? Thessaly, is that a place? Anybody in the room? Does anybody know?
Thessaly.
Yeah, is it a place?
Yes.
Okay. So we're either there or near there, and we are Thessalonian, and we're a young man, early 20s maybe, or maybe about 20, and we are, kind of in business with our Father, whatever that means. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what we do, but we work together, and this is my dad's business, and I'm working my way into my dad's business. I guess that's what we do here. That's the expectation. And my dad's a good man, and I love him, but I hate working with him because he thinks he knows the right way to do everything, and he's wrong about that. He's wrong about that. He hasn't done this particular part of the job in a long time, and I know a lot better than he does, and if he'd just back off, it would all look so much better. I'm not going to go there again. I've already been mad once today. I'm sitting here on the rock by the sea, and I'm trying to calm down, but he makes me so crazy. How am I supposed to work with him? There's just no way this is going to work. Okay, I'm not going to go there again. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. He's trying to help. He doesn't understand. Okay, so now I'm just going to sit here on this rock and calm down again. So here's what happened. I had a big argument with my dad. I walked out pretty much saying, I'm done, I'm out of here, I'm not working with you anymore. And I'm walking to town to go get a new job or something like that. But, just being outside and the sunlight's on the water and it's cool and the breeze is in my face, and the farther I get from home, the calmer I feel. And finally I sit down on this rock and I'm just going to try and get calm and peaceful inside myself and think over what happened. And I start to think it over and I get mad again all over, I'm trying to figure out, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just go in there and grab all my things and leave? That thought's really appealing, don't get me wrong. but it doesn't feel like what I'm really supposed to do. It feels like I'm supposed to go back there and just like work it out with my dad. Oh my goodness, it's not what I said. It's, oh my God, I don't want to do that. I need a drink. So I have this flask in my pocket, silver flask, and I take a couple shots. And my finger's a little tingly, but it is not enough. So I'm going to take a little bit more, and a little bit more. Oh, and a little bit more. Now I'm feeling better. Now I can go deal with my dad. Now I can go deal with my dad. So I go back home and I'm feeling fine now. And I sit down and I do the detail work. He works at the forge and I do the detail work. He works at the forge and I do the detail work. And he's been the one at the forge for a long time, and he's had other helpers to do the detail work for years. And maybe back in the day he used to do the detail work too. But he hasn't done it in forever. And he's always trying to tell me how to do the detail work, but he doesn't know how to do it as well as I do, because he hasn't done it in too long. So I'm trying to do the detail work, but you know, maybe I should have eased up a little bit earlier with the flask than I did, because I'm having kind of a hard time. The things aren't going where I want them to go. I'm making little indentations. It's for decoration, and you know, my dad keeps thinking it's the tool I'm using to make the indentations, but it's that I just have to, in order to like be able to deal with him, I have to get pretty wasted first, you know. It's like the only way. So I'm like wasted. And that's why the dots aren't going in the right place. And I don't want to tell my dad that that's what's going on, you see. So we're not having a real conversation about it. He's telling me it's the equipment. I'm saying it's not the equipment. But I'm not telling him what's really going on. What's really going on is, Dad, you're making me crazy. I can't stand to work with you. The only way I can stand to work with you is to drink. And then I get wasted and I can't quite control things, you know. And so then I agree the work isn't turning out well, but it's not because of what you think. You need to back off. You need to back off. So Melina, just give me some feedback. What's going on for you, honey? Can you connect into this other life? Can you feel how it felt to be that man?
Yes, I can.
Can you feel how angry he is at his dad?
Yes.
And how he's trying to get a grip. Can you feel that?
Yes. I still do that.
Yeah. So here's the thing, sweetheart, is patterns repeat lifetime after lifetime until we master whatever the lesson was. And the details can change, you know, the faces can change, but the feelings are there, right?
Yes.
So can you relate to this feeling of like, ah!
Definitely.
And just back off! I know you mean well. I know you're trying to help, but you've got to back off. You've got to back off. Okay, so now we are in this past life. This is okay with you?
Yes.
I just want to make sure we're not freaking out. Everything's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in this past life, and it's like, it's not that day, it's some other day. I think it must be later. Because it's, I look a lot older. Okay, so I missed something. I look a lot older, like many years older. I missed something. So I'm going to have to follow with what I tried to see if we could just pause this and get what happened in the interim, and your guide said, do this first, and then we'll circle around and figure out what happened in the interim. So we're many years older. many years older, and we're having the honest conversation with our dad. And it's been all these years, you see, all these years. And we're telling him why we had to leave. You see, that we tried to work with him, we did. But he was just, it was causing us to be so miserable that it was literally driving us to drink, and our lives were falling apart, and it wasn't good for everyone, and that's why we had to pack up our stuff and leave without saying goodbye and get on the boat and go. And in the meantime, we've had a wonderful life. You see, we've been a sailor, and we've been all around the world, and we've seen places we never would have seen and experienced things. I've been to Bali. I've seen things I never would have seen. Punching stupid little hole decorations in the stupid silver stuff that you hand me, including that flask that I used to keep that you didn't know I had. And I come back here and I start to get angry again, and I'm sorry about that, because I've learned how to meditate. It's one of the things I learned in Bali, you see. I learned a lot of things. I've been a lot of places, and I know a lot of things. And I come back here, and you still get my goat, Dad. But I love you. I love you, and I see the good that's in you. I see that you're a good man, and that you love me, and you're trying to help me. I get it. And that's why I had to leave, and I'm sorry that I haven't seen you for 20 years, and so let me give you a hug, and if you can hear it and feel it as coming from almost like a completely different person, then that's great. And if you can't, I understand. But if you can't, I'm going to have to leave again. So I've come home to make my peace with you, Dad, because you're old, you're not going to be around much longer, and I've come home to make my peace with you. So I'd really like to do that, but it's your choice too. And if you can accept that I'm a new person and deal with me from that perspective, then we're going to have a way of coming to harmony before you die. And if not, I'm going to have to make my peace with that on my own. What's going on for you, Melina? Are you able to connect with that? When we went back, yeah.
My mom,
Yeah.
like on dot.
Yeah. So you get that your dad in that life. Who does it feel to you in this life?
Definitely not.
It's your mom.
Yes.
It's your mom.
And the drinking.
Everything.
Yeah.
And so now, boom, we're coming back in your current life, but not current time, much younger, maybe 12, much younger. And like the feeling is starting of, I love you, Mom, but you have got to back off. You have got to back off. You have got to back off. Because you're making me crazy. And you don't want to say that because you love your mom. And you don't want to hurt her feelings. And you're trying to do the right thing. I think the drinking started young. Like not necessarily that young, you understand, but young.
I was 13.
Okay, well, so that young. That young. Okay, so now I find the place in your energy body where I'm supposed to start working. So what I'm going to do, I have a hologram of your energy body here, holding it in the palm of one hand, and with another hand I'm finding this like a nugget, and it's not from the current life, it's from that past life, and it's a hard, dark, black ball of rage that wants to say, back off! And I'm trying to not say it because that doesn't seem loving.